recording for a while here. So you use the Alt and Enter keys to start a new line. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key, hit Enter, and it'll move my cursor down there. So,
Okay.
so we're going to say that the ESC plan is not on site. We expect plans, drawings, and SharePoint access this week. Access by Friday. Okay. So then clearing and grubbing. They haven't done any clearing and grubbing, right?
No.
Okay, so we can skip that. So I'm going to go back up here to this top because I want some of my shortcuts here. So I'm going to let me go view, split, freeze panes.
No, I'm on. I'm in the way home.
Say that again?
No, I'm talking to Dice.
Oh. So what's our next activity? We got no site grading, we got general excavation, right?
Right.
Okay. I want to make sure, I just want to make sure there's no excavation for reinforced concrete, that it's not done here. No. So we're general excavation covers our concrete excavation. So we have not seen any of these submittals.
No.
Yeah. So that's we need to put a note in there right away for this that submittals are not available to the QAR. Oops. The mouse is really touchy.
What's that?
I said
yeah, mine is on it.
Yeah.
Go back and slow my mouse down.
Well, mine's because I'm trying to control it over the internet, so it it's got to send the signal to your computer and then send the response back to me, which is less than optimal. I'm just trying to get down to the comments section here because there's a lot of stuff in general excavation. Here we go. So we're going to say QAR has no access to submittals or project documents at this time. So we can't verify anything. I see that I have to retype that because I did it all in caps. Now we'll come back out to so preparation. Blue Lake. Contractor, so did they verify survey benchmark and intended elevations for work or as shown on the drawings?
Yes.
And did they do locate underground utilities?
They were told that there was none in there.
Okay. Have they obtained the 1200C? We don't know.
I would put an A on that.
Well, it's not really not applicable. It's just that we don't know if they have or not. Well, it's a no because it's not posted on site, so no. Have they installed any BMPs?
No.
Okay. Have they identified required lines, levels, contours, and datum?
Yes.
And these are NAs here. Are they protecting benchmarks, existing structures, etc.?
Yes.
Maintain and protected above and below grade utilities, yes. Have they had to over excavate at all?
Yes, they have.
Okay, so they have removed some unsuitable materials. Okay.
Yes, that's what they've got, that waste pile.
Perfect. So now the next section is our execution on the excavation itself. Oops. And what are they're excavating for dead ends, right?
They've got the deadhead excavator right now.
Okay, so but that's what we're reporting on here is dead end foundation excavation, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's our location is going to be dead end foundation.
Yeah. Because up there on the top of where we got numbers.
Yeah.
That's the numbers they're going by.
Okay, so what do you remember what those numbers were?
For the deadhead.
Yeah, for the dead ends.
Okay, number 11.
Uh-huh.
Number 12. Number 17 and 18.
There we go. Perfect. And why did it do that? So now we can just copy this coming down. So subsurface soils is required for installation. So they've over excavated the way they're supposed to.
Yes, they are.
Not interfered. They haven't dug up next to any foundations.
No.
Okay. Oh, they have not interfered. Yes. Yes, they have not interfered. There's double negatives in here. So no is always bad. Yes is always good is the way I tried to write these.
Okay.
Manually remove loose lump frozen boulders, rocks greater than 3 inches.
Nope.
Not applicable. We just haven't encountered that.
Yes.
Stockpiled excavated material in an area where, yes, they have done that. Okay.
Really dig a hole in front of my truck.
So have they done any backfill yet?
No.
Okay. So this doesn't apply yet then. So we don't need to do any of the backfill stuff here. We just leave that blank. And then I want to show you something here too. So if you don't want a section to print, but you want to keep the information in there, like on say excavation, you can come up here and there is on this print auto, just change it to no. And now this whole section will not print. Even though there's stuff in there, it won't print. So you can manually change that so it won't show up. And that way you don't have to go and erase stuff that you might want to have in there for the next day.
Okay.
So, because the idea is you just go in here daily and update each of these sections. When you change that observation date, you just change that stuff for that day. And you kind of move through a substation in a linear way. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
so that way you can just kind of keep using these sections of the reports and updating it daily, changing that observation date. So no backfill, we're done with that. Execution tolerances, that's after compaction. Field quality control, we don't have any testing yet, right?
That's right.
And no protection of finished work. Let's see, protected. So are they doing anything to protect footings, foundation walls, stuff? Are they protecting the stuff they're working
The
around?
only thing they're putting up is flags.
They're putting up flags?
That's all they got.
Okay.
They're marking all holes.
So we're going to say yes, they're installing visual barriers.
Right.
Yes, install. Are they using a spotter when they're digging next to foundations and structures?
Yes, they did.
And is using a spotter when excavating and transiting in the yard. All right. And this was, what were these excavation locations here? Come on. There we go. Sorry, it slows it down a lot when I gotta wait for stuff here. Copy. All right, so now we can go to the next section that we had. So we had general excavation. They haven't done any trench excavation, base course, drain rock, geotextile. Are they building forms?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Drilled piers or all spread footers?
Spread footers.
Okay, so we'll go to reinforced concrete. Go to that section next. And this is going to be the same locations, right? Just for the dead ends?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to put this same location in here.
Yeah, they have no forms that they did it, so they got to put filing in there first.
Okay, but this is where they're working though, is in that, is
Right.
it?
Yes. All those numbers I give you is where they're working today.
Dead end foundations. Remind me, what those numbers were. 11, 12, 17, and 18, was that it?
Yes.
Okay, so have they reported or noted, have they been keeping as-built?
Yes, they have.
Okay. So as long as they're updating as-built, not place concrete on muddy, spongy, or frozen ground, that hasn't happened yet, so.
Oh, NA.
NA, yep. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Remove debris, wetted forms, Cleaned and transported. So they're just building forms right now. Are they installing forms at all, or just building?
They are. Yeah, all the numbers that I give you, that's where they got forms, except for in the deadhead.
Okay. So we'll go here. So there's no earth sides. It's that everything has reinforced formwork in it, all properly constructed, properly built.
That's right, yes.
Do they have camphor strips on their
Yeah.
forms? Okay. And they probably
Yes.
and they haven't treated the forms yet because they're not ready to pour. But we
No,
need.
no, they've already oiled them down.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
No, they're getting ready to pour next Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, okay. Do they got rebar in too then?
So rebar, the rod busters are coming Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday.
All right. So we're good there then with this section. I don't think we have. So that's it for this report. I don't think we have anything else to put in. We don't have any steel, drilled piers, culverts. No CD. Do we got CDF? Any of these things up here? Fencing and gates. Okay. So now to print this report, we hit the print preview button.
Yes.
And I see that's an issue. Let me do this. I need to do page setup. And we're going to fix this by getting rid of this. Backspace. Okay. That looks better. So now we've got a 5-page report. Let's see what each previewing it. This all looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Beauty. Oh, we got to get rid of this. Where is that at? Close. That's where I just put something in there as an example and it got left. So let's pull and drill. Let's find this. I think it's way down here at the bottom. And then we've got to spell check this one again. I've got to go back and spell check the template. Kind of glad we went through this together because it shows me a couple things I got to fix. Oh, actually, I'll do it when I spell check it. It'll find that for me. All right, so we're gonna go back to the top, start from the top. We're gonna hit F7, spell check this thing. Skid steer. Add the dictionary.
That's the name.
Yep. I'm gonna add that to the dictionary. Add that. Add that. Add that. Go. Organized. And we're gonna add that. That's gonna be 4. Change that. Change. Utilities, change. What's funny is these are all, I copied all this stuff. Here's the one that we need to get rid of. I copied all this stuff right from their spec, so these are misspellings in their specification, I do believe. Repeat word, delete. Substance cells, change. Form change. Execution. Verified. Keep it as. Hey, we're all spelled right now. Fantastic. So now let's hit the, I'm going to save this again. Hit print preview. And 4 pages. That looks pretty darn good. So we'll print. And so now when we print this, it's going to be Microsoft print to PDF. Okay. And we're going to print it to here. And instead of all we got to do is change example to today's date, which is 2019-06-12. Save. Perfect. Now we can close this. And that the document we just printed to PDF is the one that we'll send to PGE. And like I say, the way we'll send it is we'll just upload it to their SharePoint site as soon as that's available. Get rid of this guy here. Delete. Yeah, so we should be good to go now, Eddie. So the other thing that
I think maybe tomorrow only take 5 minutes of your time.
well, so tomorrow we'll just do it together again, but this time you'll do it. So
Okay.
yeah, and so one of the things I need to add in here that we need to have is the daily safety meetings. We need a picture of their tailboard, a PDF or a photograph of their tailboard put in here every day. So every day you need to sign their tailboard. You should be a part of the tailboard meeting if you're there. You need to sign their tailboard and take a picture of it and enter it into our construction log here. So we need and if you can, if your phone will do it as a PDF. So we want to scan it as a PDF, not as a JPEG photo.
Okay.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I can take a picture of it.
Okay, yeah, but the picture, we want it to be a PDF file, not a JPEG, not a picture.
Right.
Do you know how to do that? Do you know what the difference is?
I've done it in the past, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, sounds good, bud.
Okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, we got a meeting on site